Hey, what's going on, guys? So I had planned a video to come out today, which was a build video, and I've been working on that for the past couple of days, but some of the pieces needed to go in for a little bit of extra filling, and I didn't have enough time to finish the video today, and even if I did, today is Anzac Day, so I'm kind of strapped for time. For those of you that don't know, Anzac Day is an Australian and New Zealand holiday where we remember all of the soldiers that fell at Gallipoli by getting drunk to the point where we can't remember all of the soldiers that fell in Gallipoli. It's a convoluted concept, but I'm not going to be the one to change it. Now, I saw a modification of a 3x3 ages and ages ago, actually before this series even started, and I don't know why it's taken me until now to actually attempt to build this puzzle. I don't know what this modification is called, and I'm not prepared to troll through all 96 pages of the Twisty Puzzle Museum on 3x3 modifications to find it. At least not until after I've started this video. But it's kind of similar to some previous modifications that I've done in this series in that the cuts are very similar and there's sort of some similarities between them. It's a fairly self-explanatory mod, but it still looks really cool nonetheless. So let's get started with this and see where it takes us. So for this puzzle I started with the usual routine of taking all the center caps out of the puzzle and then tightening it up so that it wouldn't turn while I was cutting it on the bandsaw. You probably noticed the pattern by now. This is a fairly common thing for me to do, and it's pretty much the first step to any modification. After I was done with that, I tilted the table on my bandsaw to 45 degrees. The way I was cutting this puzzle was kind of strange. It's basically a band of cuts around the center, leaving two 2x2 chunks on either end. You can see here it's a lot easier to understand it when you see it in person, but I kind of had to do it by eye, which was a little tough. Now it was time to fill up all the pieces, and like usual, you don't even need to disassemble the puzzle, just stuff it into all of the pieces. It's a little wasteful, but it gets the job done. After the epoxy sculpt had cured, I took the puzzle over to my belt sander, and then I sanded down all the faces. This is very similar to a Fisher cube or an octagonal barrel, and as you can see I've just faceted everything so that it lines up with all of the unmodified pieces. It's at this point here that you can really appreciate the shape of the puzzle. It kind of looks like someone's grabbed a 2x2 and pulled it apart, and it gave me a great idea for another puzzle, but we'll talk about that later on. I removed one of the center caps and then I proceeded to take the top layer of the puzzle. I was going to disassemble it and then round off all the pieces individually, as per usual. Now it's at this point that it was getting real late at night, and I'll be honest, I forgot to film all of that sanding process because I just wanted to get this puzzle done by now. I darkened all the pieces up with WD-40, which is a great hack and it saves me a lot of time painting all of the pieces individually, and I was really happy with how this puzzle was looking. I really like the shape, and I especially love the checkerboard pattern, which looks like a proper 2x2 checkerboard pattern that a real 2x2 couldn't actually achieve, so I really like the look of that. Overall, this puzzle was actually really easy to build, and even though I wouldn't recommend it to someone that didn't have a bandsaw, if you have a handsaw or a hacksaw, you could probably build this puzzle if you want to take the time to do that. But anyways, I hope you guys like this puzzle, I hope you guys like this video, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.